You just said crime? Okay,
It's difficult.
oh, it's difficult. Oh, the crime. There's a crime? You want me to channel a crime? I've done that before with you. It says, you can't really see, I apologize, you guys. Hopefully I can get it where you can see it one day, but it says crime and it's difficult on the, like when you look at the recorded, like words. If you hear my family in the background, they're very loud. We're very loud people. Just, yeah. Even Spirit tells me to, take it down a notch. Occasionally you might see that in a video. You're loud. That's what Spirit Box will say. Be quiet. Okay, anyway. All right. So we're going to talk about a crime then. I hope it's not a crime of passion. Isn't it always like that? Okay, we're going to start. Okay. What energy is in relation to this crime that Spirit is bringing up? I've actually channeled on my other channel, like an old channel that I had, that I was just posting like prophetic type messages. There's a two-part reading. I was supposed to do a third, but I never did it. But it's a two-part reading about like an old crime that occurred in Illinois. Actually, it occurred in Sycamore, Illinois, and I was drawn to do a reading about that, and it's very interesting because I use a different type of spirit box. I'm not using this program with it. I use it more of like the traditional spirit box, and you can hear when I slow down when spirit speaks through the phone, you can hear the different words that come through, and maybe even also the different spirit sounds, like the voices. So, okay. What energy do we have regarding this crime? Oh my God.
Burnt.
Burnt? Oh. Creation of all things, the light of understanding, revelation, spiritual wisdom, transformation, restoration of life. And these are all angels, by the way, that I'm speaking because they sound like positive things. The demons that came out were impossible plans and undertaking and completing missions. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just going to have to, I'm going to just have to take them out. They don't feel like, it's weird. Eloquence. Okay. It feels like atonement of errors. Eloquence and atonement of errors. These cards are all relevant to this energy, but I'm trying to pinpoint what this crime is about, and clearly the energy is not going to make it like easy on me. They want me to channel all of these energies. Revelation, as soon as I saw the word revelation and creation of all things, I knew it. I was like, okay, I'm going to end up having to read all of these things. So there's clearly good is outweighing the bad in this situation, in this crime, you could say. Which I think is a very positive thing, but clearly it's still a crime nonetheless.
Are you scared?
Someone might be scared about being investigated or questioned. Okay. There's something about communication being extremely important.
Following you.
Okay, so there might be someone investigating you. There might be following you, keeping tabs on you, doing something here. It might be you, or you're the investigator. you're someone that is following and keeping tabs on someone else. And this could be a crime. Just, I'm seeing this in my head. It can be a crime when you are charged with stalking, right? So it's one thing if you are, it's almost like paying someone, right? A private investigator, it could be related to that. A private investigator is legally allowed to do their job. You hire them. But remember, your client, it's well documented who hired this private investigator. This is third party stalking. I'm just going to say that. Because this country is free. Yeah, you can follow people around, but there's limitations even for private investigators. That could be a part of this. So I can't, right now, I'm not picking up what side we're going to be reading from until I see more. Okay. What deck do I want to use? I have a new deck. It's not new to me, but it is like I have never used it here. Like even in the 10 plus years that I've read, I've never used this deck, but it's called Deviant Moon Tarot. It's another art deck. This is an artist deck. I only collect art decks unless the deck is specifically biblical or canonical in some way, related to like the demons and angels and heaven and hell and, you know, esoteric Gnosticism, Christic. Oh, Christic. I don't know why I said that. Christian mysticism. Okay. I'm going to use that, but not right this second. I am being drawn to... What is this energy that we're picking up? Understanding and completing missions, impossible plans. So someone had a plan. This is where it becomes a crime, right? So someone planned something out. They planned strategically how to, I don't know where this is going, whether it's going to be fraud or, again, some kind of stalking, harassment, domestic violence. I mean, it could literally be like online activity as well, because there's laws, right, that have to apply to the internet. So your happiness, someone's happiness is on hold because of this crime. And I would assume that the reason why happiness it sucks to have to wait when you're going through something, but your happiness is delayed or on hold because this crime has to be exposed and revealed. It doesn't mean you can't be happy while you're going through whatever this crime is, whatever this thing is, whoever these people are. I feel like someone is they're very like haughty. I'm coming. They're very haughty and arrogant. The person that is committing this crime. This is the energy I'm picking up about them. They have a level of wisdom, or like the way that they see the world, it's very developed. So that makes them more inflexible. And they think that spiritually they have as many answers as they need, or that they believe are even possible, when we know that's not the case. I mean, in my religious beliefs, we know that's not the case. So many things are possible that when you limit yourself and you put that glass ceiling over your head.
Please come back.
Yeah. Because it says the light of understanding. And that is when people say like that light bulb moment goes off in their head, that's quite literally what a light of understanding. That's a moment where you have truly connected, like Holy Spirit has just dropped a little nugget of, vision, insight, perspective, something that you suddenly see in a completely different way. And that's a part of growth and brain development. But that, like, again, happiness here is on hold. Something seems like it's not stable. It's kind of rocky. What is this energy here? The Knight of Cups. The Four of Swords. That Four of Swords is someone just sitting and thinking. They're in that thought process. They're in the stage of there's a lot of thoughts going on. They're trying to rework how they're going to get out of something. It's like, you know how you like plan A, plan B, C, D. This person might be at freaking Y, okay? Plan Y at this point. But irregardless, there's clearly a pattern of behavior because someone here makes decisions that are irrational because they're very, again, they, like I said, they believe that they know everything. So they make these rash, irrational decisions. So someone here is thinking long and hard, like, okay, how do I get out of this? Someone is going through a restoration of their life right now. Again, restoration and transformation came up.
It was an accident.
It was an accident, yeah. Yeah. And the sad part is that from like a spiritual sense, we can fully understand an accident. Even when those accidents result in like harm, right? But what I'm feeling is it doesn't matter if it's an accident, it still happened and it still caused harm. And so how are we going to reconcile a crime when someone is just very rash and very quick to make snap? You see the snap decisions, the whip, just snap decisions. Look at the horse's neck. It's like snapped forward. That's not how a horse would. I love horses. I used to horseback ride when I was a kid. Children, yes. So there might be children involved in the situation. Again, I won't elaborate on that, but however that fits into as confirmation for you that this maybe applies to your situation, then clearly Spirit said what Spirit needed to say. What else do we have? Oh, I'm getting the chills. Eight of Pentacles. This person was in a position of power and authority over others. And this is coming off as financially, this person maybe had more power than others. It's like having like a manager or supervisor, right? This person had a higher position and they took advantage of that position and they're scolding and looking down on someone else. This could be something that happened in the workplace. But
Play with me.
Yeah. Someone abused their power is the simplest way. And this person is accustomed to playing games. I don't even know if they understand what that means. Like, from my religious views as a Christian mystic, I have Gnostic beliefs. I also believe in, how science and religion are technically, as I've learned over time, same hearts, different shapes. Science and religion, same hearts, different shapes. Yeah. So, this is the King of Cups on the bottom here. Someone allowed their pain and like feelings of loss, things that people did to them in the past that really weighed heavy on their heart, and the frustration of like, my life isn't going the way that it should be, I should be doing this, and I should be married to this, and I should, just the what ifs and the why isn't this happening yet, and all of that. This person has, there's an element that this person has been abusing their power because they're sort of taking out their angers and frustrations onto others because
What do you mean?
they don't like the situation that they've been placed in or the position that they're stuck in. I think that maybe someone said something and then what do you mean? Like there was an argument literally over just someone asking a question. What do you mean? I feel like people around this person try to hide. This person could be extremely verbally abusive, emotionally, mentally, right? But I also get an element that depending on the environment, they can be very physically abusive. That could be part of the crime here because that is a crime, right? You can't physically abuse people. You're not even supposed to mentally and emotionally abuse people, but because of the way that the laws are,
I'm stuck.
they haven't fully developed solid like avenues to prove about emotional abuse and mental abuse and how they have the effects. They do. There's cases. There's civil cases. You can easily file those, but we need a straight and narrow path so that domestic abuse and domestic
Are
violence
you trying?
is lowered. What? Let me see what you said because I missed that last. I'm stuck. Oh, are you trying? Mm. Oh. Mm. Okay, spirit just turned the car around. So this person could be someone in like a position of authority in their own work environment, even if that's like a team lead. It doesn't have to be like some major, like CEO or manager or president or something. But this person, even if they are like the head of household, this person has these abusive tendencies, and it's because they grew up in this environment. They're just repeating the same environment that they witnessed, and the anger that they had to stuff down is now being like vomited
I don't
all
understand.
over everybody. And this person, I think you collectives, there's someone else here in this, I think it might be whoever is watching this video. You're dealing with this person and you're questioning, like it's hard because you see all the good qualities in this person, but then you see these two devils staring you right in the face saying, understanding and completing this mission, like, are you gonna stay here just because of all these good qualities? Like, what, the good and the bad, what outweighs what? Because two bad things could quite easily outweigh 10 good things. That is how much we have to discern. Because if we treat it just like, oh, there's just 10, there's so many good things and there's only two bad things about the person. No. Are you discerning what these bad things are and what these good qualities are? Like in depth? Or are you just counting numbers here?
Closer.
Yeah. So someone here is either married, this is an ex, or someone that you're currently in a connection with. It's very tumultuous, to say the least. This person is, I feel like, even if this was like a roommate, you feel like you're like trapped in a room all the time. Like you have to stay in one room or stay out of one room. Like someone might be, see how this person is laying in bed? This person might be the one like that stays in their bedroom, or this is you, like you feel stuck in your bedroom or in a certain area or space because of the people around you, the environment, whatever is going on around you.
Convenient.
Convenient. Ace of Wands. So this relationship is a relationship of convenience. This connection, this friendship, whatever you have here is a relationship of convenience. That's it. Change is hard. Change is the hardest thing to do. Yep. And I think someone recognizes, this was on the bottom, Six of Wands, that someone, see how her face, she's like very somber and peaceful as she's, flying away. She's getting away from something, or he's getting away from something, right?
Table.
Table? You might be calling a round table session, even if it's just two people, right? You're arguing with someone. You're going to sit across from each other at a table and have this discussion face to face. Someone knows that like the fire is quite literally out. If you had like a fire, keeping you guys going on the right track, this relationship has now lost that fire altogether. This relationship is not going anywhere. Any direction that you step to move forward in the relationship, you are going to fall off a cliff, fall into a hole, get eaten by a bear. Like this is this is the energy that I'm picking up. It's like the end of the show. Like the show must go on, and it's not with one another. Whoever I'm speaking to, I'm so sorry. Maybe you already broken up with this person, or it's like that it's over, but you guys haven't fully said the words and separated, like torn the band-aid off kind of thing. It's still like floating in the air that you're together, kind of, but you're not. Something about the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, this is a relationship of convenience. So this is why, because it's about money. This relationship is only held together by money. And this relationship is like any moment now, you take the wrong step. Like I said, you step out of the circle because the fire's out. If you step out of the area that you're standing in, you don't have any light. It's completely pitch dark. So the wrong step, you're going to fall off and die. Like this relationship is, okay. Someone is at the crossroads right now where the person that they're with could literally be their death if they do not get out and leave. Their life will go downhill more. Their health will go downhill more. Everything that they thought could possibly get better is gonna get worse than it's at. Meaning that means you're not even at rock bottom yet. This is a time to not go to rock bottom and realize you're about to go to rock bottom so you don't go there with this person. Just because they have 6 great qualities or 6 great things about them and they have 2 demons does not mean that those 2 demons are to be lightly judged because there's only 2 of them. Seven of Swords. So there's some kind of deception, but that deception is leading to some sort of like happy ending. This is like destiny. So this card, the High Priestess, this is representing, like Spirit said, this is destiny. That's what I was shown in my head. This card represents destiny here. This is victory, right? 6 of Wands. But then here underneath, that's the sun. This deception is a crime. But it's also not a bad, it's like this. It's one of those things where whatever's happening is like shunned. It's like something that society looks down upon. But it's actually leading somebody to something blessed because it's like they're getting away. Okay, I've been mentioning domestic violence for some reason. So maybe you're in a domestic violence situation where it's very abusive. Domestic violence is verbal and mental abuse. A lot of people are in verbally and mentally abusive relationships where they're the butt of the joke and there's all kinds of things and there's whispers. And that's not gonna be good for your own mental health. So you're gonna get more and more depressed, more and more depressed. You're gonna self-medicate. You're gonna try to distract yourself. That's with work, partying, drugs, alcohol, like whatever your vice is. Food is a drug, sugar is a drug, right? Especially in excess. Someone is literally walking away. So the crime here is that someone is watching someone here because they're trying to, like, imagine this boy is looking at this girl and she's like walking around a building, right? And he has to like follow behind her. Also pray she doesn't turn around and turn the other way, but he has to make sure that he doesn't get caught by her. So there's like I'm feeling there's a masculine. You could be, again, there's a masculine energy. So someone's in their masculine energy.
Gun.
Trying to escape. Someone does have a weapon, a gun. If it's not registered, that's a big problem. Especially if you're dealing with someone like this who will use anything. This is the kind of person, like the demons that are here on the table. It says impossible plans and understanding and completing missions. So this person's demons are quite literally to destroy and kill your entire future, your life. They want to make it so much harder for you so that you can never get out from underneath whatever they do. So not only are you committing this, like, I'm sneaking around, well, is it a crime to not tell your abuser that you're saving money on the side? No, it's not. It's not a bad thing when you're trying to safely escape a bad situation. So someone here is, again, that's where I was picking up this, like, there's like good and bad. It's like a good and bad crime kind of energy. So one person's crime is that they're hiding secrets, they're withholding, they have a plan, they're strategically escaping, quite literally. He's trying to escape. He's like, she better not turn around. I need to run. And then we have someone that they're demons that this person is trying to run away from because they've now seen this person's demons. This person is just about, if I don't have my way, I'm going to destroy everything in your life. This person is selfish. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they could have 6 great qualities about them, 6 angels, like, very angelic qualities. But then those 2 demons. 2 demons can halt. Yep. 2 demons can quite literally halt everything. Quite literally destroy everything you thought was possible in a certain season in your life. It could be even 1 demon. 1 demon is enough. 2. So that's what I mean. We need to look at people in that way and stop thinking like everybody has these great qualities so we can just accept those like horrible things about them. No, we're not. We're not going to accept that. Especially when you're cognitively aware of what you're doing, because these demons make you selfish and cruel. And if I can't have it, no one can attitude. Okay. Clarify this. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to change the deck. What should we tell the person that is escaping? What do they need to know? Queen of Swords, Queen of Feathers. This is Abigail, the Peacemaker, 1 Samuel 25. We have 3 of Cups, the wedding at Cana with Jesus, John 2, 1 through 11. And then we also have the 6 of Wands again. So the 6 of Wands came up again. And it's the fall of Jericho, Joshua 6. What does the person that is trying to escape need to know? So one of the things you need that I just saw is that you need to stay as balanced as possible. So balance means if you need to vent and get it off of your chest, you should do that as often as you possibly can with people that are safe, people also that don't have like a full investment or a um an investment in your future outcomes, because they're going to manipulate, even unintentionally so, they will manipulate your decision. And so, because you have free will, you need to make that decision consciously and with awareness. So, like, for example, me coming here and watching readings, that's great. Spirit communicates.
Leave me alone.
That's great. Um, yeah, you want this person to just leave you alone. Who this masculine is trying to get away from a feminine energy. So the feminine energy is trying, there's the demons are coming out in this person while this masculine is trying to go. So there's, like, again, two crimes here. One with evil intentions, to destroy, and one to escape the destroyer. And this person just wants to be left alone. This masculine just wants this to go away. This person, like, wishes they could close their eyes and wake up and, like, it not be the way that it is. The drama, the pain, the suffering, the depression, the fatigue, the poor health. Because abusers make you actually sick, physically ill. It lowers your immune system to be in constant flight and fight mode. And when an abuser is in your life, they're constantly putting your immune system in fight and flight. And there's actual scientific evidence that proves and shows that narcissistic abusers, people who use mental mind control and manipulation, they usually, you see the victim does have some sort of health issues. And many of them have autoimmune diseases. So, okay, Queen of Cups on the bottom. There is okay, I'm just going to say this here. This woman, she's an older woman. You can see, like, her skin. I'm assuming her hair is probably, like, has flecks of white in it. She's wise. I'm going to put her off to the side. I was feeling that with the Five of Cups under it. And, I'm going to pull these three cards kind of off to the side. With this, the Page of Cups and the Five of Cups. So there is a mother figure, or like an aunt, who is praying for this son, this man. She's literally praying for this man. There's a feminine outside of this circumstance that's fully aware of the situation, but is praying for this man. Because this masculine, it says Page of Cups, Samuel, the boy prophet. This child was very intuitive, very special. So this masculine was very intuitive, very special as a young child, very intelligent is also what I'm picking up. They have, see the cup, he's holding a cup. His love is very innocent. It's very pure.
Bring it.
Bring it. It's very pure hearted. Someone might be packing for, or yeah, there's something, someone might be packing. Okay, but there's a mother figure, an aunt figure, someone, even a grandmother, who is praying for this man. Doctor? Yeah, I think someone might need a doctor, or you could be a doctor. Someone here might be in medical school, but someone might need a doctor. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is where someone has, just depleted themselves. Like, they have been through experiences emotionally that have just completely depleted them. Again, that leads to what? Depression. And the prodigal son is the story of how the son comes home after wasting his riches. And so the prodigal son here came out. And so this boy is now coming home feeling depleted. So this masculine is trying to literally escape a bad situation, feeling depleted, feeling like they've been run ragged.
Floor.
Floor? Floor? Okay. Someone might do like woodwork or like wood flooring. You know how like you resurface wood floors and then you put the lacquer, like all that. Someone might do that. Floor? I don't know why I'm hearing this song. What's that? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I heard that in my head. I actually love that song, by the way. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more card. And of course, it's gonna be two. Of course. The Ace of Wands is on the bottom, and remember in this deck, the Ace of Wands is down, and now the Ace of Wands is gonna be upright. Because someone, this masculine, is going to be re-inspired because their love, the Six of Cups here, Jesus and the children, this person has a lot of love in this way. This person is a very loving, maybe this masculine. Valid? Okay, valid. Yeah. This masculine is very loving. He might be a parent because there's obviously Jesus and the children, or this is someone who is just almost, it's I don't call it childlike, but it is. It's like loving people like a child would. Um Seeing that person through their exterior, knowing their soul. Like this person would, like Jesus, would deeply love people. And so if this is this masculine and there's a feminine that's treating this person like the very opposite of that, when they're actually this kind of love, they're agape love, they're like divine love. They show love in a way that the world hardly ever sees. That innocence. I mean, Jesus wouldn't have come if Christ would not have come if this world was so loving.